This is another projector type I don't have any experience with, except for a question from one of my friends who used to live with one. It is a self-projected projector. So they have a defined G center, but it's not connected to the spleen. And for them, there isn't really the question of self, but they've got to bounce ideas off to people externally to be able to determine how they are within the context of the bigger picture. So that's the part that they have to really bounce things off of. So their sense of self is not really something they question. So to kind of bounce ideas of how that plays in the world is going to be where they're at. They still need to have an invitation to bounce head off. So that strategy is very important. And the inner authority will be based on once that comes back and is reflected back to them, then they can act accordingly to that. The biggest hurdle for self-projected projectors is going to be overthinking. That's very common because the who am I in this world kind of questions, not who am I as in a being. It's a kind of a very nuanced difference. It's like, because their self is their self, so they don't really have any way to question it, but they do need to bounce ideas off of people to figure out what they're doing in this world. And so that could be a biggest challenge, and their action's going to be like a tug at the gut to do something. So they may be confused thinking that it's a sacral response, but this is actually going to be a G center feeling, so just above the gut kind of response, and then they'll act accordingly based on that. And again, it's going to be bouncing ideas off of others to get them to a point where they can then get that bubbling up in the gut to act. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and thank you for watching.